Hi, my name is George Macaulay. In this video and in my future videos, I'm going to be talking about Sierra Leone. Well, Sierra Leone is a country that I love because I was born and raised in Sierra Leone and I have a very great childhood, even though difficult sometimes economically, but it's a country that my heart is after and I wish Sierra Leone would become its best. Before I start talking about Sierra Leone, I would like to just talk a little bit about my background. Like I said, I was born and raised in Sierra Leone. I went to school in Sierra Leone, primary, secondary school. I am here in the UK. I've got a bachelor's with honors degree in psychology, counseling and therapies. And I also got a master's degree in occupational and business psychology. And I currently work in mental health. So I am going to be talking about the problem in Sierra Leone from a mental health point of view. And I think the solution for Sierra Leone comes from that perspective because, to be fair, there is a lot being done economically, politically. So if that's the only way Sierra Leone's problem would be solved, Sierra Leone would have prospered by now. If you don't know about Sierra Leone or if you need refreshing, we've got over 16 minerals. We've got precious, precious things that God blessed the country with. So we've got land to farm, we've got vibrant population, we've got hardworking people. I hear people say Sierra Leoneans are lazy. No, that's not true. If you visit Sierra Leone, you will see people hustling every day. They wake up in the morning, they come back at night. People work hard in Sierra Leone. So you would say Sierra Leone is not where it should be right now. And that's true. So if a lot has been done economically and Sierra Leone hasn't changed, I have been looking at what else could be done. And what I haven't seen psychological input in Sierra Leone. There may be, but it's not widespread. You don't hear about it. I don't know why. I don't know if, a lot of people would not get rich, they would not get wealthy talking about, psychological input in Sierra Leone. But, let's look at Sierra Leone and its problem and see how we probably will solve it using psychological approach in conjunction with the economic input that is going on now. So let's look at Sierra Leone from an individual point of view first. So I, as an individual, I went through a difficult time. So probably I lost someone very, very close to me, like the breadwinner of my family, or I've been through a war where I lost everything I had, or my children got killed in the war, or I'm being hypothetical now, but I'm just trying to explain Sierra Leone from a individual point of view. So when people go through these kind of difficulties, like losing your loved one, your children, being through a war, or lost their jobs and stuff like that, they suffer trauma. They go through difficult times which affect them negatively, but also it affects people around them negatively. So some people naturally have got the resilience to overcome these things, and naturally they would overcome it. Maybe they've got lots of people to support them, or they've experienced difficulties in the past, so they're able to go through it and it doesn't affect them or people around them so much. But there's other people who, when they go through these kind of things, they need some professional input. So that's one person can go through difficulties, and after that they just can't trust anybody, or they just don't believe in themselves or anything, or they believe if they try something it's gonna they're going to lose it again. Or they can just be a depressed person or just suffer from proper anxiety. Everything is, scary to them. So think about individuals. You must have come across somebody who fits in the picture that I'm presenting to you, and you would see how difficult their life can be sometimes. It's very sad when you come across people like that, and sometimes they can't just, get the help that they need. So now look at Sierra Leone. We've been through over 40 years of economic backwardness. We've been through things in the country that led to a war. I mean, if you remember well, the war in Sierra Leone was really terrible. I mean, things which we don't really want to talk about happened in Sierra Leone. So that's a whole nation of people gone through that. I'll remind you something before I continue. So after the election last year, you see the amount of violence just for nothing. Just for nothing, people just started, being violent. You see, that's just as a result of things which we haven't solved in the past. So you could well say that, we have so much unresolved violence in Sierra Leone that it's a ticking time bomb. So back to my topic. So we've been through the war, we've been through economic hardship, but we haven't seen any psychological input at a mass scale. Over 6 million people went through a difficult 40 or more years period. All we're doing now is looking for help from abroad, economic help. We want to build roads, we want to build technology, we want to farm. All well and good. All well and good. But if we really want to change Sierra Leone, we would have to look at Sierra Leone from the mental health point of view. And once we start seeing Sierra Leoneans as victims of our own circumstances, so a victim of war, victim of economic hardship, then the problems of Sierra Leone will be solved very, very quickly, and prosperity will come to Sierra Leone. So we are blaming politicians, we're blaming, other people. I don't know whoever we're blaming for the problems in Sierra Leone. We might well say, yeah. But think about how many people have gone through these 40 years. So if you look at the politicians right now, they've been through that before. 40 years. So people would steal, or they will be dishonest, they will be corrupt. That's just because that's what they know for the past over 40 years. Some people don't know anything else. So the brain unconsciously does this. So you come across someone, they being dishonest, or they steal something that belongs to everyone, which we all could enjoy. And that's just because there's issues which we haven't resolved as a nation. So as a nation, we need to start breaking these things down. We need to look at the way we behave and where those behaviors come from. And the moment we do that, Sierra Leone will get better. So in my future videos, I'll be talking a lot about things which I observe in Sierra Leone and which other people observed, and how we could tackle those things, and how we can start training ourselves to behave differently. So if you like my video, click on the like button, leave a comment. I really need to hear from you so that we can have a discussion. Also, if you click the like button and you like my videos, you're creating an opportunity for other people to hear this message and we all try and develop this mindset. This mindset that the mental side of Sierra Leone should go in conjunction with the economic development that the people in charge of Sierra Leone are trying to do. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you.